Hey, welcome everybody. François Latat for my role-playing channel, and today this will be a Zen episode. Yes, I'd like to share something I think it's worth sharing, though it's very personal, but it's about a state of mind that I have right now with role-playing games, and I sense that this is a state of mind I haven't had since a long time. It's being zen with role-playing game. Yeah, not feeling nervous or overwhelmed or short in time with upcoming projects. What are those upcoming projects? Well, my life will be quite filled with high school gigs. Okay, I'm supposed to run 4 groups. I'm still in the wait for scheduling, though I have a good idea on when it will be, but it just don't have the list of students yet. But so it will be concrete when I'll have names, okay, and the starting date, the official starting date, which should be, if it's not next week, the other week, probably. I'm waiting, but nevertheless, I'm ready, more than ever. And that should be a stressful situation, being in front of all those high school kids who don't or not bothering following the rules. But no, I feel, and there's I'm zen, and I have a couple of reasons to think why. I have some stuff that I think might help me get into that state of mind. First of all, well, it's not the first year I'm doing that kind of presentations. I'm going officially in my 4th year, so which is quite good. So I know what I'm getting into. Okay, so it involves many things, in game and outside of the game. Well, in game, I'll come back with some details, but outside of the game, it's about how I handle my lunch, I handle my sleep time, I handle my time in general. Okay, because I've been through 3 years. To tell the truth, 3 years has been, I've been quite tired by the end of those years. But no, this time I think I got it right. Okay, I think I will be more disciplined. I think I will listen more to my body. So, but I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm quite happy to maybe having found a formula for managing my own life with that into it. The game system itself. Okay, I'm going back with Chroniques Oubliées, a French D&D-like game I've talked about in my first few videos of this actual channel. A game that unfortunately will never come in English because you don't know what you're missing, but I can understand why it might never come in English. There's so much D&D-like game that offers different ways to handle D&D type of game that it will be just one other. Okay, so but in French it's doing quite well, and I'm quite satisfied. This is a very useful tool, especially with high school gigs. And more than that, okay, I did have a big intense year of trying it last year. I know my way around this game way more. I even got through some house rules I want to incorporate, whether it comes from the books themselves that that gives you some options to choose regarding the rules, or some homebrew stuff that I'm incorporating. So I've been skimming through all of that, and I feel confident that this will apply well during the game. So this is one of the things. So I'm really feeling at ease with the game, which was not exactly the case before. I was in some sort of a learning curve, even though this is a quite simple game. But I need to know what is the rhythm of that game, what is the vibe. Okay, and I think can grasp it. So they're really looking forward to use it again because it's a real pleasure to run. Another thing I think that makes me feel that zen is it's because D&D 5 is out of my life. Okay, I did also a video recently about this. I decided to get rid of D&D 5. Okay, I was doing it because of high school gigs. Okay, basically I had demands for that specific game, and I got with it. Okay, I was telling myself, well, I did a lot of gaming in my life, so D&D 5, why not? But you know, I don't really like that game. I always feel like I have to fight with the game mechanic, some aspects of it, in order to make things go right. Okay, to feels, natural. And I always felt odd with the game while it was running. I always felt that this game was hard to explain, even though right now I'm listening to a podcast, okay, of two school teachers who are doing it for their students, and they are praising D&D 5 as being a great game, easy to run. No, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's my lack of enthusiasm, but I always felt that it was a game that has lots of nails hidden through it. So it was not a fluid game, while Chroniques Oubliées is fluid and in the end is giving the same type of experience. Just don't want to go through all I said before, but nevertheless, because of all of these all of these difficulties I had with the game, so I think it was just better to let it out. And when I was approached to come back to some of those groups, I simply said, well, okay, if you want me to work with you again, I'm okay, but I'll use this game instead. Okay, just be aware. And if for some reasons they really feel comfortable to have someone will come up around the table with a book written Dungeons and Dragons on it, well, I'm okay if they want to find someone else. Okay, I think if they want that D&D experience, they better find someone who is enthusiastic about this game system, which will make, I think, that the experience better. But if they think they had a good experience with me as a game master in general, well, I'm coming up with Chroniques Oubliées. So putting my foot down, saying that's the game I want to run, I think it's a great decision I took. It really took off a burden off my shoulder. And even so, okay, I'm still in the wait for maybe one or two games from people, from friends that might come up. They want me as a game master, and they are already aware that this will be with Chroniques Oubliées. Okay, they know about this. So this is probably my main game system I'll use for the next year. So I'm running everything with one game system, and I'm a game system that I enjoy. So yeah, it feels like it will be easy. I'm more prepared than before. Well, it's all related to the fact that it's not the first year I'm doing that. So I think I told you about the campaign management I was looking forward to. I'm into that. I'm preparing the stuff bit by bit. I will be ready on time with all my binders and my sheets in them, and yeah, I will be inspired to use that this way. So yeah, I'm pretty confident in how I will manage the game. Like everything, when the game will start and we'll begin to play, and during the year I'll probably change some things. We all do that at some point. We do make some adjustments to how we do stuff and manage it all. So from that certain point. I'm ready for that, but I'm coming up with, well, I will not search my stuff. We will play it, we'll go well, we'll go fast. I'm pretty confident with that. So I'm pretty happy with how it's going so far. What else makes me quite zen about this? Yes, well, there's a role-playing convention coming up in Montreal. If you want to come, I think there's some games in English. It's October 13, 14, 15 in the Cégep du Vieux-Montréal in Montreal. This is called the Draconis Festival. Okay, this is free, by the way. Okay, there are no charges. You just come up and play. And I've been attending this festival since 2017, I think. So I'm always there. Okay, this is a big event for me every year, and this year I offer 8 sessions of role-playing games, which is a lot. I do Game Master all the time. I will be the player in the game of Traveler at some point, but the rest of the time I will run games, and I'm ready. Okay, so that this makes a difference, because in the later years I was beginning to work on my stuff a little later than I did this year. So at some point I was working on my role-playing convention games, at the same time working with the high school games. So there was a lot of role-playing games taking place into my few free time in the week. So it added up a lot of stress. So in order for me to get ready in time for every session in high school, getting ready for those big one-shots at the convention. But now all my stuff is ready. There's maybe the last week checkup I will go through, but the main core things are ready. They're already on the bag, in a bag, ready to go. So since I'm ready for that, it feels easy. And one last thing, I'm a player into a game, very casual game of a role-playing game, a PBTA called Uncharted Worlds, which is a very chill game. We're getting space adventures every week, and well, it's on my other channel, JDR D30 in French, if you want to watch that. But we're having fun. This is a pretty casual games. We're getting into big troubles with our characters, which is fine. PBTAs is more story oriented than character oriented, so we're getting our characters into stories. Sometimes we're getting ourselves into trouble just to provoke some story elements, but we're having fun. Okay, so it's a pretty casual game. I have no firm projects for role-playing games right now, because I'm pretty busy. Maybe from my being in that state of mind, I've been back in making music a little more those last months, and it feels good, like I didn't do in years. So I kind of blow off some steam while playing rock and roll. So this might help on the side. Yeah. But I have, coming back to role-playing games, I don't have right now projects. Okay, I don't have time to do projects. It would be easy for me to sit in front of my shelf, say, "Oh, we could start a game of this or that," but no, my body talks to me and says to me, "Well, you don't have the time." So I'm being more reasonable than I used to, because probably some of you are doing that. You may have 5 projects in your head at the same time, and you're going forward with all 5 at the same time, and at some point it just doesn't work. So I'm pretty casual with not having new projects. The only thing that came on my table, well, I do once in a while games and weekends for my daughter. I have 1 or 2 games of D30-17 that just to close up a campaign I started with my son, but players are already aware that this will be the end of that campaign. Okay, D30-17 is out. I'm just closing some folders here. But it's once in a while. I don't put pressure on me, not as I used to. I used to, yeah, we need to play once a month, and when okay. My kids love role-playing game, but they love to do all sorts of stuff. And to tell you the truth, I am myself pretty busy the weekend. Real life is there, so I have plenty of stuff to do. But there was some seed of maybe a game that might come back at my home, maybe every 2 weeks, we'll see. But it's just a seed of something we need to discuss, because, well, it's not an easy thing to do. I'll probably ask to be a player into that one, but maybe I'll finish up in the Game Master's chair. We'll see. That was pretty personal. Hope you enjoyed it. But right now, you know, I'm to a pretty chill mood about role-playing games. Chill like I haven't been in years. That I realized there's some pressure that was there, that I was dealing with it and kind of forgetting about it. But right now, I feel that pressure is kind of some sort of an anxiety that I was kind of okay in dealing with, but right now it's kind of not there. I just feel good. You feel good about everything I just said to you. So maybe I'll come back with some other things to say about the games I'm running and all of that. So any question, comments, feel free to leave them. François Le Top for my role-playing channel. And up to next time, I hope you have as much fun in your life as in your games. Goodbye.